Look,
Listen.
Taylor.
it's the big finale of Look, Listen with Geese Guyera and Taylor, the final episode where we've all been waiting for. There's no video because Taylor's got 4 gigs of RAM instead of 8. Episode 43, aim to be with Pokemon Master, number 11.
To aim the master. Oh, all my notes are on my phone.
Oh my god.
All right, okay, watch this. You're not going to believe what I'm about to do. Hang on.
I already told them this isn't going to work.
Oh, it's going to super work. Just give me a second.
Clambo's at home. Taylor and I are on a video call on our phones through WhatsApp so we can see each other.
Because I'm using a mid 2012 MacBook Pro.
He doesn't have enough RAM to even look or display video, so they're goofing off.
But I can listen.
In watching, playing, eating this month, I watched Return of the Jedi. Yes, Geese. How can I help you on this podcast? Big finale.
Did you? So yeah, Taylor threw up and broke his laptop, and
this saga. Skip forward ahead if you don't want to hear it, or we're gonna get it in post.
You can.
I wake up from a dead sleep to throw up. Now that's not a great way to start your day, but just wake up. Time to throw up. I run to the bathroom, knock over a gigantic cup of water that's next to my bed, and it's dripping on top of the little table that I have next to the bed. Finish throwing up, come back, and I just hear dripping. The dripping goes into the side of my computer. Now, I spent hours, probably a total of like 7-8 hours, looking up articles, talking to YouTubers, trying to figure out what was wrong, got a replacement battery, and still, I have no idea what's going on.
Clambos, I'd love to have coffee right now, but I'm too afraid of pooping the podcast, so I haven't had any coffee today.
You won't. You could do it from the bathroom.
Yeah, at this point. All right, continue your story.
So I'm resetting all kinds of things. Resetting my password, using the new password, and all the while, I'm getting notifications on my phone. They just keep sending me verification codes. So I'm like, this is very strange, but whatever. I'm going to keep trying to use the password that I just reset. I didn't know, and I couldn't find on any support page, you need something called an appended password. This is my tip of the freaking decade for Mac users.
Whoa, language.
Oh, sorry. This is my tip of the freaking 10-year time span for Mac users. If you need to reset your password and you have to log in again, add the verification code they send you to the end of your new password when you're logging in, and it'll work. That's not displayed anywhere. You just have to know it or find an old Reddit thread.
Use coupon code FACTOR.
So I finally go through all that rigmarole, and I get locked out of the account because it's been sending me verification codes for too long. I call Apple support. They don't know what's going on. It's awful. And then I had to use somebody else's account information to sign in. And I'm now sitting here with 4 glorious gigs of RAM, unable to do any kind of video. And life is good.
That sounds very sick. Yes. All right. Moving right on along in walking, playing, goofing. Like I said, I saw Return of the Jedi in theaters because it is the what, Geese? That's correct. 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and the sound system was very good. All the explosions was and my sheet was a shaking. That was good. That was fun. I was
Chinese theater.
No. What do you think? I have money? No. AMC A-list.
Oh, those things aren't normally covered, like special screenings.
The 40th, when they do a run of Star Wars for an anniversary, it's not a special screening. They have lots of showings, so we're okay on that end. I was a little bit late because it was the first showing of the day.
Is this the day that you got too much donut holes and chicken tenders?
Yeah, well, they're not chicken tenders, but yes,
chicken
buffalo. She's talking about Buffalo Blast.
Buffalo Blasters are so good.
Taylor's intimately
Why are they
familiar.
not chicken tenders?
They're like wrapped in they're
I
like
don't
a
e
weird shape.
They're like mixed in with sour cream or something. There's something they do to
Ew.
those.
It's not sour cream. First off, Geese, no U's necessary because it's not sour cream.
What is it?
But
Cream cheese? They do something to those
some
things that makes them their own food group.
Clambos, look it up. It's delicious. It used to be better, but it's still okay. But we're jumping ahead.
I
still
have a
talking.
question. What was their happy hour at Cheesecake Factory for the Buffalo Blasters?
How much dollars?
I still talk about that when we went
No,
and we
it's
got
still
that
cheap.
plate of Buffalo Blasters and they just give you 7 pounds of the things.
They do, and I couldn't eat it, and I
Oh,
almost vomboed. Ask Geese.
oh, sick.
But
Yeah, he almost
can
found it.
I please just say the one sentence I've been trying to say about the ticket taker? I walk into the movie theater and I'm a little bit late, and she says, "Oh, your movie started. Is that going to be okay?" And I guess she was asking for like if I wanted to go to a different showing or something, but I told her, "No, it's okay. I've seen Return of the Jedi. It's all right." And then I walked in,
When's
and
the last time you saw it?
not that long ago, like a few
Ah.
years ago. I
Oh, okay.
remember I got the Blu-ray set of the original trilogy.
Nice.
And Best Buy one Christmas, and I remember we were watching it over the little holiday. Anywho, since I've seen the movie, it was actually a great experience because I had my cold brew in my Cocoa Ichi bottle in the backpack. So I got all those little AMC cups full of ice, and so I was pouring all my cold brew in the ice. First coffee of the day.
Nice.
Oh my God, I was.
You could just go
lit.
to the bathroom.
That's what I'm getting to, girls. It was
Oh.
amazing. I said to myself, watching the movie, little Obi-Wan Kenobi ghost comes up. Spoiler, sorry.
Whoa.
He comes up, and I say to myself, I have to go to the bathroom. And I go and I have a full poop and then come back to the movie.
Wow.
And it was amazing. Can you imagine just the freedom of that? That was so good.
I don't know if you noticed, but whenever you and I see a movie together and I've already seen it, I am more relaxed than I ever am under any other circumstances in my life.
Yeah.
I feel
Alive.
like a superhero.
Yeah, you
I can just walk in, be all casual. I don't care where I'm sitting. I've seen this before. Slow scene coming up. Time for a phone call in the hallway.
But yeah, Clambos, please write in to looklistencast@gmail.com. Tell me what happens between Force Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi and everybody's on the Forest Moon of Endor, because I was pooping. I don't remember. And then in between my two movies that I saw on Monday, I ate. They got new donut holes. They call them donut drops at the best donut place in the world, and they're super, super good. And they have a new lemon donut, and they have a new regular donut. And I accidentally ate too much donuts, and I had a free donut, so I got more donuts. And so I was stuffed before even walking into the Cheesecake Factory to get unlimited brown bread and Buffalo Blasters, which for $9 they give you the biggest plate of food you could possibly ever imagine. And
it's very good.
Clambos, I ate too much food.
I would say
Geese, tell 'em.
Cheesecake Factory happy hour is the best.
Geese, tell him what happened.
What happened?
Geese.
He had to throw away his Buffalo Blasters.
What?
Out of fear of Yarfin.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't put them in little bags and put them in your pockets for the movie.
We did.
I said, and he said that he was so full that even the thought of having the Buffalo Blasters was too much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had a cute bag. It was in the backpack, but I thought, I can't do it. I'm too full. I was fighting vombos left and right. Luckily, I didn't vombo. Then I saw Sisu, which just came out. That's a fun movie, but it gets too silly at the end.
What is it?
Sisu, Sisu. It has a lot of elements of like a Tarantino kind of Inglourious Bastards /
Oh, okay.
What's that movie like? Crank or something? Oh my God. You mess with the wrong guy kind of movie. It's entertaining.
Is it like a revenge movie or is it like a...
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
it certainly takes cues from those kind of movies. So you may like it. And then finally, Clambos, for the first time in my life, I watched Bluey, and it's adorable and cute and charming. And I mean, I've known this from GIFs, but the voice acting from these children are so good and realistic.
It's amazing.
Oh my God. Such a good show.
Do I need to get into this show?
Yes, it's so good. And then gaming real quick, doing some trades and raids and Scarlet Violet. And I'm getting closer to the end of Final Fantasy V. So good, so sick, so emotional. And I was talking about this last night. I'm talking too long, so I'll make this quick. Back then, your only choice for an emotional story or a story worth caring about would be an RPG. So if you wanted story in games, your only genre would be RPG, I think. At least over here. I think in Japan, you probably could have like played a dating sim or something. But so good, I'm making a lot of progress.
That's why I liked RPGs so much growing up. Because it was basically like reading a book. There was just more stimulation.
Exactly. Geese, let's hear about what you did this week.
I've had the most stressful last 5 days, I'd say. I had to sign up for Medicaid, which was a whole ordeal. I had to get ready for the 50 people that were coming over for my sister's baby shower. But luckily, it did not rain, so people were outside. Thank God. And then I got an email that I was invited for an in-person interview. And so
At the book factory?
Not at the book factory, at a university. And now I'm just scrambling to get ready for that. And it's my nightmare because I have to eat dinner with them. I have to give a 30-minute presentation on a prompt they provided me. I have to meet with the director and I have to eat lunch with them. And it's my nightmare.
Well, the lunch is going to make it so much more relaxed for your presentation.
It's after the presentation.
Why would they do that to people?
Imagine the presentation goes terrible and you have to just sit there in silence eating.
I know, that is my fear.
Yeah, just line your pockets with buffalo blasters and you're going to be a hit. You're going to say, man, I don't like this food very much.
Humor is going to get you out of any situation. That is a good point.
It's true.
I'm so worried I'm going to have the worst diarrhea possible.
Oh, you know you are. Just keep saying.
I know.
Because I wanted to go get coffee because I think I'm safe. I don't think I'm going to poop the podcast.
You probably are.
No.
You're going to do great. Interview's going to go great. I hate when they give you a time limit for a presentation, like minimum or maximum makes sense, but minimum is like, if you can be brief, you should.
What worked for me in a situation where there's a time limit is literally, I don't know. You have to be, I don't know if you're comfortable doing something like this, but have a timer set. So when it goes off, say, oh, yep, that's all the time I got. I think that plays well. It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Did Geese tell all her eating, playing, watching while I was getting coffee?
I had from the baby shower pulled pork and homemade mac and cheese, which I also helped make. Coleslaw, which was okay. It was not the best. And I'm a big coleslaw fan, so just saying.
When did that start? How old were you when that started?
Like as a kid, I didn't like it, but like as an adult, like as a teenager, I'm like, wow, coleslaw is great, and coleslaw is really good when it's mixed in a bunch of barbecue.
I thought you were gonna say coleslaw is great and coleslaw is really good. I think I always liked coleslaw. I was asking because I was going to try to get a beat on like where your favorite coleslaw was fast food wise.
Look, coleslaw is great with hot chicken. When you combine those with some hot sauce and some raisins variant sauce, whether that's Dave sauce or raisin sauce. Oh my god.
Raisin sauce is better.
I know. Now tell me.
Don't know if I have a favorite fast food coleslaw. I've always kind of been disappointed by fast food coleslaw.
I think Geese Peep, I think you would like the coleslaw at Dave's Hot Chicken. There's been a lot of Dave's Hot Chicken discourse lately, and they did just launch their app, and there's a free sandwich on it. They're expanding a lot, so if there's not one near you now, there may be one soon.
Hopefully there's one here because Houston has no hot chicken. None at all.
They're in Houston.
Dave's?
Yeah.
Don't lie to me and get my hopes up.
Look it up.
Okay, hang on. I need to add some more RAM
to your phone.
Well, I have my phone set up with the camera and
you
the
better
notes.
You better have a solution next week for whatever the heck we're doing. Climbo, so what are we doing next week? Are we starting Scarlet Violet, trying something new? I don't know. We don't have a lot of time to decide, do we?
My sister's gonna have a baby soon, so I don't know what that's gonna look like schedule-wise for me.
Every time you say that, I think you're gonna say my sister's having a bar mitzvah. Every single time. Although I guess it'd be a bat mitzvah. 'Cause she's
Right
a
around the
girl.
corner.
She's a girl.
I'm also going to the beach in June, so.
Beach?
Ah, shalom.
You go to the beach every day.
Well, this is a different beach, Guyera. It's for
Is this
it's
one
for
better for
Cousins
bird
Week.
watching?
It's
Do they
for
call it
it's
No.
birding?
Hold on. It's for singles ready to mingle.
Welcome to the singles birding beach.
Honestly, that sounds great.
So good. Geese, can you
Well-
tell me about Fortnite Star Wars, or if you want to keep talking about your bat mitzvah, whatever? But I'm slightly
I don't
curious.
really have much to say. Like, there's this new Star Wars thing, and you can get the Force, and I don't understand it.
Midichlorians.
Yeah.
Geese.
Well, I was going to ask her to explain what's the controversy because I don't understand. I haven't launched Fortnite since they've
Well,
added
like-
some goofballs new pay to win. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's like you can pay extra to get, like, as you do with these quests, these Star Wars quests,
Uh-huh.
you can pay extra to, like, unlock other cosmetics as you progress through the quests.
Wait, you can pay for cosmetics? That's insane. I've never heard of that before.
Well, no, but before, Taylor, you would just have the battle pass and you just unlock everything from playing.
Oh,
Well,
that's a slippery slope.
You pay for the battle pass. It's a whole thing. But Gee says she's not very familiar with it, so we don't want to press her on the subject.
Familiar with what? Which part? The pay to win stuff, or
No, this new stuff.
Okay.
It's confusing, apparently.
I don't know. I'm stressed.
Yeah, poor Geese.
Well, just talk about it during your luncheon.
Everyone,
Just say, I know you brought me here to talk about my presentation. That went great, by the way. But I'd like to really talk about Fortnite Star Wars.
That would be funny if you said that went great, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, Bose. What was I talking about? Geese, do you have anything else you want to say before he talks?
I don't know. I'm nervous about this interview, and I think I'm not going to do well because I don't think I'm the best person for the job, and I'm scared.
Geese, it doesn't matter if you're the best person for the job. As long as they like you, that's how the world works. It's just, who do we know? Who do we like? That's who we're going to hire. That's the long and short of it.
There's no, because realistically, like, you're not doing something super esoteric, right? Like, you don't have to have a very specialized type of surgical knowledge.
She can learn, and she has a degree in this, a master's degree.
Yeah, don't underestimate yourself, Geese.
I don't know.
Yes, you do know. That's the new mentality going forward. Not only do you know, you're the best one for the job.
Clambo, send your support at looklistandcast@gmail.com.
I thought you said send your disappointment to Looklist.
Taylor, talk about your gosh darn Tremors and your Destiny 2, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Diablo 2, who's to say?
Okay, yeah. Tremors, great series. Everybody watch it. Everybody watch it. It's fantastic. Legend of Dragoon and how great that game is and how much I want it to get a remake just because I'm running a mini campaign for it.
I love that we're both playing old RPG. You
They
Legend
keep
of
releasing
Dragoon, me Final Fantasy V.
Sony's fault. Blame Sony.
Way to go, Sony.
I have eaten, this is the thing I really want to talk about. I have eaten so many boxes of Cheez-Its. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Extra toasty?
Oh, of course. When I get a surgery, okay. So this happened with this surgery 2 times, right? First time, I was just like, I'm going to get in great shape before this surgery. And I did. And I held on so long. I was like, I'm just eating chicken breast. I'm going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. 2 months go by and I'm like, yeah, you know what? A whole family size box of goldfish? Sure. And I ended up putting on like 40 pounds. So getting that off was miserable, which I did right before my second surgery.
This boy gets a lot of surgeries, Clambos.
It's true. So second surgery comes around, which is a much better experience overall, but I still couldn't move for 2 months. So I got very, very out of shape, right? And I did the exact same thing. I was like, just chicken breast, just asparagus. I'm just, what a clean diet. I'm going to feel great.
God.
That lasted about a month and a half. And I'm at the point where I'm literally eating 1.5 family-sized boxes of Cheez-Its per day. It's not healthy. If I showed you my recycling bin, it's gotten to the point where I have to collapse the Cheez-Its boxes so they all fit.
Now hold on. Everybody calm down. I want to hear from Geese, but before anybody gets concerned, before any clambos write in, Taylor has successfully finished eating challenges. His body is more capable than the average human of ingesting an enormous amount of calories and food.
Oh, yeah.
So
I used
don't
to,
need more bit.
fun little aside for anybody who's interested in this, I used to, when I was really competing in water polo, have a minimum daily calorie allotment that I had to meet according to the team nutritionist. And that was 6,000 calories.
Jeez.
Which, didn't you always wonder why I was eating a full jar of peanut butter every morning? That was the easiest way to do it. So I'm good on the calorie burn.
Taylor used to eat in his sleep all the time, but I was afraid to wake him up because you've heard, the Regina Spektor song, Never Wake a Deep Sleeper, because I thought he'd die. I know, it's a very good song. But so I'd be like, do you want to be doing this? Like, as a ghost specter in his dream. And he'd go, yes.
Sleep eating is very interesting. And I've brought it up to nutritionists and psychologists. And it's apparently an eating disorder and a sleep disorder. And it's like an unsung thing. But I'll wake up and sometimes I'll have a vague memory of it. I'll have to look at the evidence around the room.
Yeah, covered in Reese's wrappers.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that.
Were you the one that was sleeping on a big something on your pillow, or was that somebody else?
That wasn't me.
All right, sick.
But I do fall asleep on wrappers all the time.
Nice. Geese, do you have anything to add before we move on to Poke News of the Week?
I just have like a question. Like, who's getting your groceries for you, Taylor?
Me.
I thought you're not allowed to move.
I'm ambulatory now. I couldn't get out of bed for 2 months and change, maybe 2.5 months. It was so hard not to burp and hiccup at the same time. Could have just muted and let that occur naturally. But I wanted to make my race car stomach sound.
Yeah, Geese, he was playing motorbikes. Just like Bluey.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like you're dying.
Oh, but the other one sounded like motorcycle?
Yeah, motorbikes, and then when you
Sick.
did it, you sounded like somebody threw you in the back of a car and taped you up.
Oh my.
Like put you in the trunk.
This is a family podcast.
I'm sure that happened in Bluey.
The controversial kidnapping arc.
Oh my God. Well, they learned how to get out of it. Okay, Geese, were you talking or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking.
Go for it.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to my sister's house this weekend.
For the bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the bat mitzvah. And she promised that we could go to Taco Bell so I can get a grilled cheese burrito.
Taylor, guess what I found? I don't know how I'm out of the loop. First of all, I'm very happy for you. Taylor.
Thank you.
How did this just escape me, this news that it was just on an Instagram? Guess what they opened on Hollywood Boulevard? Just take a guess.
Kava.
No. I'll give you a hint. It's something we just talked about that made me think of it.
Wait, it's not a Dave's Hot Chicken.
Not a Taco Bell. Yes, a Taco Bell cantina, just like the one in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yes, at Hollywood and Highland. I can't believe it.
Oh, wow.
There's one in
good.
There's one in downtown Madison for some reason.
I guess they're just opening them up everywhere. The funny thing is, though, that they don't have their liquor license yet, so they just have all these like boozy freezes that like don't. So it's just a normal Taco Bell.
All just non-alcohol.
Yeah. Kind of fun.
So, are either of you familiar with somebody named Joshua Weissman? He's based out of Austin. He does food videos on YouTube, and he's like super duper popular. I don't know what happened to me, but I saw an ad he was suggested under there, and it just said the word quesarito. And for like 2 hours last night, this is literally last night, so it's funny that you're talking about Taco Bell. All I did was watch people cooking Taco Bell food at home, and I was just trying to curb my cravings. So, of course, turned to my old reliable friend Cheez-Its, but I've been craving Taco Bell. You're so lucky, Geese. So lucky.
Yeah, we're all craving Taco Bell at all times.
It's true.
It's true.
We got out of that twunk.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Tom,
Oh,
his favorite item was the quesarito, but apparently it's gone off the menu now. So
Really?
sad for him.
Oh,
they
wait.
rotate it.
Wait, friend of the show, Justin.
My boy.
What a-
How's friend of the show Justin doing?
Friend of the show, Justin,
Uh-huh.
is going to go to Paris and Switzerland next week, and I'm
Paris.
so jealous.
Well, I'm not jealous of Paris. I mean, even if you mastered French, you're still going to be looked down upon and they're going to spit on your shoes because they're not fancy enough.
I like that.
Yeah, I know you do.
So I'm very excited about it.
You sit at any cafe in Paris and they're going to treat you so poorly, and Taylor would love every second of it. He'd be going, oh, yeah, it's like I'm in New York being yelled at. I'm trying to order Philly cheese and I'm not going fast enough, and I'm thrilled.
I don't know why I find that so amusing. There has to be like something developmentally wrong with my brain or something.
There's a lot of people like that.
Well, it's not like I enjoy that in my day-to-day. It's specifically in dining situations.
Yeah. In Polka News of the Week this week, we've got a Fennekin Community Day coming up.
Polka News of the Week.
May
Sorry.
21st. No, it's
Ooh.
perfect. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also, the leaks. Clambos, the leaks are coming, and we are getting that home Scarlet Violet update imminently. I'm talking the next few hours, days, weeks. It's
What's
coming.
the update entail?
It just means you can move your Pokemon back and forth between Pokemon Home and Scarlet and Violet.
Sick.
And so you can connect all your old pokes from years and years past. Very sick. Very sick.
Very sick.
Geese, can you send Taylor off to the field so he can report the weather?
Okay. Maldives weather.
All right, and we're sending it off to the field. Reporter Taylor.
Okay, Maldives,
Do the thing,
83
do the-
Fahrenheit. Is it great weather? Yeah. Is it bad weather? No. Precipitation, 71. High? Yes. But it's fine because you're in the Maldives.
Very sick. Thank you very much, Taylor. Geese, would you like to... Oh, wait. Before we go to the episode, does Taylor need to... Bathroom?
Bathroom and coffee? Yes. And I need to
Okay.
put an ice pack under the computer.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, my God. This is hilarious. God, this is so funny. Okay, I'm going to post something on the doc because somebody just posted something in Pokemon, and it's a Pokestop thereby, and I can't stop laughing. This is so good. Okay, Geese, would you like to read the name of this Pokestop?
Greetings from brand new Starbucks with a nice outdoor patio and plenty of room to sit and gather and have some refreshing drinks and hang out.
Glambos, if you don't play Pokemon Go, let me just launch my app and read a normal Pokestop for you. You know, you're in LAX, so you walk past Tom Bradley bust, or you walk past
Like
school
statue
art.
of dog.
Yes, exactly. And just one more time for the Clambos. Geese, can you read the name of this Pokestop that I'm laughing at?
Yes. The full Pokestop name is brand new Starbucks with a nice outdoor patio and plenty of room to sit and gather and have some refreshing drinks and hang out.
Oh my God, that's so good. Brand new.
Have some refreshing drink. Oh, God, that's good.
Hey, Geese, twice. I think both times at Starbucks. Twice when I was having refreshing drinks at a brand new Starbucks, someone would sit there and then sketch me and then hand me a picture of their artwork. The first one was good. I think Taylor was there for one of them. The second one was like
the first one.
Yeah, the second one was like gross. I feel bad.
Are they expecting you to like pay them?
I tell them like, oh, thanks, but I don't, and then they give it to you anyway, even
Did
without
we give
money.
the guy money the first time?
No,
That was the one in on Vermont.
When were you guys in Vermont?
No, it's a street.
Exactly.
Geese, please give us the English title of Pokemon in English for the episode, What? I don't know why Taylor's coughing when I asked Geese
I
for
thought
the
I muted myself. I'm sorry.
Geese, can you please?
The Rainbow and the Pokemon Master.
Or in Japanese, Niji to Pokémon Master. Clambos, you better already be crying because this is the absolute end of Ash Ketchum and Pikachu.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it
At
doesn't at all.
all.
It doesn't
At
in the
all.
slightest, Clambos, but I'm still crying. We've got some goodbye music. We've got some sweet piano. We're at a crossroads, as always. As always, Clambos. There's a sign saying Cerulean City this way, and Misty is going to leave. She's starting to walk away, but Geese, who pops out and needs to give Pikachu a goodbye hug?
Psyduck.
Oh, they're crying, they're hugging. She talks about how much fun they had, Clambos. Oh my god. Taylor, tell the Clambos what Brock asks Misty to do.
To say, to give his regards to her sisters.
If you know what I mean.
Hello.
And then Krogunk gives him the what for, and they drag him off.
His immune system has to be so good. I'm surprised Krogunk is still able to envenom him.
Yeah, and then, oh my god. When I was playing Final Fantasy V, there was a scene. Oh my god.
It's a good game? I don't remember FF5 being that good.
I'm having the time of my life. It's not as good as 4 and 6, which is, that's not, how to put this, that's not its fault. Yeah, well, those are more than good. Those are the, what's the word I'm looking for? Cornerstone JRPG masterpiece.
Yeah.
That's like required reading. Like that, you wouldn't have video games as we have them today without those two video games. Like they're that important. And 5 just didn't come out over here until the PS1 Final Fantasy Anthology. So there's a lot of things introduced in Final Fantasy V that I didn't realize predate 7, like big events in 7 that 5 has them in spades. Anyway, let's keep going. They keep walking. Misty's gone. Then we reach the road for Pewter City, and they give each other I'd say a less tearful goodbye than Misty.
Yeah. I didn't realize this was the farewell episode until he started saying goodbye to Misty. And oh boy, there's something with me where I can't deal with farewell episodes. I just can't. Even the ending of Inception, where they're all getting off the plane and going their separate ways, just makes me feel a certain way.
So now Ash and Pikachu are going to sprint into Pallet Town, and Geese, the little intro for the episode starts, and my guess was correct, because you Clambos will remember that Geese said the intro of last week's episode was full of the Alola pokes. So the Generation 7 anime clips were what was in the episode. So I thought, okay, that probably means the Generation 8 Pokemon.
So Swordman was in the anime?
Yeah, Surfetch'd. That's Ash's poke. He evolves from Galarian Farfetch'd. We see Mr. Mime. He's getting some mail from the mailbox. Ash's mother's Mr. Mime. Nothing more. It's evening time, and old mother,
You're right. I do not like the voice at all.
Yeah, she's too old. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the
way
actress.
too
I'm
old.
sorry. Ash walks in, and she says, Ash, you are filthy. You need a bath immediately, young man. So dirty. And Ash and Pikachu are playing in the bath and splashing and hydro pumping and bubble beam. It's very cute. And then Geese, we see it because what would you call that kind of glass where it's not see-through, but you can kind of see a vague, blurry, what is that word? That adjective I'm looking for?
Opaque?
I don't think that's it, but we'll say opaque. You can see, they show a scene immediately after they're playing, having fun splashing. Ash's mom's preparing dinner for him. Pikachu murders Ash by using an electric attack in the bathtub. I can't believe it.
And then the episode ends.
Yeah, nice knowing you.
I feel like she should have been more excited to see him when he came into the door.
Well, maybe they were just talking. Although it was supposed to be a big surprise. They do see each other. Look, the last series, they were traveling around all over the world. So I think he's seen her pretty recently, I think is the thing. And she made his favorite Clambos, croquettes. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Geese, what do we see Oh my god. Ash gets his adorable croquettes, but what's even cuter, the Pikachu gets
Pikachu gets his little Pokemon food in his little Pikachu themed bowl, and it's very cute, and he's loving it.
he just looks like a bunch of cookies.
Did you two use soaking tubs when you were in Japan?
I did not.
No.
What?
So you take a shower and then afterwards you sit in a basically like a
Oh wait.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I did.
No, it couldn't be me. Wait, yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
No, yeah. I did that multiple times because my feet were killing me.
Oh, poor Geese. She was dying. Clambos, I think we've mentioned this, but this poor girl on the streets of Osaka, she couldn't move an inch, and we're just trying to get to this Denny's equivalent. And she's like, how much further? And we're like, it's just 3 more miles. Clambos, look, as me, I'm somebody walking all day, every day, nonstop walking. Geese, she doesn't necessarily walk 10 miles a day. So when we got...
Oh, God. Welcome to Los Angeles for me with all my knee issues. And I'm like, how far is it? And Michael's like, oh, no, it's right around the corner. And it's a 25-minute walk.
Well, that's a pretty reasonable walk, but...
Anyway, soaking tubs are great.
Guy,
I kind of want to...
What?
I'm
Yes,
just gonna
Geese?
say that Guyera offered to pick me up, but that was not feasible. Also, I feel like it wouldn't look great to see like a bunch of foreigners and like 2 of them, like one's getting carried by the other. Like I don't think that
If
would
you
look
had
great.
the right look on your face, it would have been fine.
I could have done it. She just said it hurt too much. Okay, so then Pikachu gets his big bowl of cookies, and Ash tells his mom all about their fun adventures they've had. And then they say what you're supposed to say in Japan, but Geese is too embarrassed to say. Every time we ate, itadakimasu, which you're supposed to say, but Geese wouldn't do it.
I did when I first went to Japan.
But now she's too cool.
Oh. Acting like you own the place.
Now it's snooze time, but Ash is wide-eyed. He's got his adorable little Pokeball blankets, but he's worried about the Latioses and the Latiases, and he can't sleep. Pikachu's snuggling up.
Pikachu gets to sleep on that. Are the other Pokemon jealous of Pikachu?
Taylor, I'm going to answer you. Most Pokemon adore the Pokeball. It was designed to be super comfortable and cozy for them, so they like being in the Pokeball. Pikachu just has a thing where he doesn't like it. That's his whole deal.
Okay.
And we cut to the morning. There's a Dodrio waking up everybody for the morning like an alarm clock, like a rooster. But Ash is still sleeping. Mom comes in to wake him up. Ash, you got to see Professor Oak today. And I have written here, oh, yeah, this is funny. I thought I wrote greatest miner on the planet, but I wrote, it's funny to me. He's in his little Jambos and he's trying to run out the door, but his mom stops him. And I'm just thinking, this is the greatest trainer on the planet. He's the number one, and he's just Jambo's freaking out. He needs to see Professor Oak.
Yeah.
So he changes, and then Mom, Geese, what present does Ash's mom have for Ash? And they're very sick.
I thought you just called me mom.
No, I did too. That's how my mind registered that. Was mom, what does Ash have?
She got him new sneakers.
Do you really like those? You like those?
First of all, you need to. It's got the green symbol that everybody loves. Ash's little green symbol that in the next series, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Laika, she has on her little hair clip. So who's to say? But Ash declines the shoes. He's like, no, I'm good with these ones for now. And I, at first, am a little offended on his mother's behalf. I'm like, look, put on the new shoes your mother gave you. But
no kidding.
Spoilers, maybe he'll put them on later in the episode and it'll have more of an emotional impact. I don't know who's to say. Oh my God, Clambos, Ash is out and about. He runs into Tracy and Meryl. Tracy, sketch everybody's boy, and Pikachu and Pikablu, aka Meryl, they greet each other and they love each other and they're playing.
When you hear Meryl, what do you think of?
It's not a good name. I agree. It's not a good name.
Metal Gear Solid?
I think of the Pokemon Meryl. is what I think.
That's ridiculous. And I will never not look at this guy and think his name is Terry. He looks like such a Terry to me.
He's Tracy.
I know.
Taylor, take a sip of water, and I want to hear the story about why Geese doesn't like some girl named Meryl. That's what I'm hearing.
Let's hear it.
It's just not a Pokemon name.
I see. Okay. All right.
That's the only issue I have. It's only Pokemon related.
That's all you want to reveal. Okay.
We can get it in post, Geese.
Yeah. So they discussed that they got the starters arriving for the trainers, which this is fun because this is lore kind of thing that people are interested in. How do they get the starters? How does that process work? So that's neat. And we see a little nervous Squirtle and a little sleepy Bulbasaur. Very cute.
Nervous Squirtle. Fun thing to say. Nervous Squirtle.
Nervous Squirtle.
But Clambos, the Charmander's missing. Oh my god. Don't worry, Ash is on the case. He'll find him. Go Gengar and Dragonite. You two are great at finding Pokemon, evidently.
You know, as this was going on, I was thinking, I can't recall another show that's as good at having super duper malleable stakes. Like you have legendary Pokemon fighting Mega Man, Skies of Arcadia villains last episode, and this episode you're like, where's the Charmander? And they feel equal.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I think Dragon Ball's sometimes good at that. Well, they had like one episode where the problem was, what are we going to get for dinner? We got a cute, adorable Scraggy. He's looking by the Tauros, and we see all Ash's pokes. There's a Heracross, Buizel, Muck, Oshawott, Crocodile, with the sunglasses. And we got all the birds. All the birds are here. Tailo, Staraptor, a female Unpheasant, a Talonflame. And then there's Charizard and Pignite and Bayleaf and Bulbasaur and Quilava. But nobody can find Charmander. What was that, Taylor?
Which one of those birds is the MVP from the last episode?
Oh, are you talking about Talonflame?
Was that it? Was that the one that was it was when Latios was chasing
Swellow. I think that was Swellow.
Okay.
For some reason when you said last episode,
I
thought all the way back to Beartic Frozen episode.
Oh, wow.
Where Talonflame was using
real
fire,
sick.
probably. Yeah. Pikachu is sniffing for Charmander. It's cute. Oh, God, we found him. He's in this hole that's been created by rocks. Geese, you know about geography. What the heck is that? Geology? What do you call just a little hole there's a bunch of rocks? What is that?
A cave?
But it's so tiny. That constitutes as a cave?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I'd maybe call it a crevice.
A crevice is what's between like a bed and a wall, isn't it?
Look, I did geography, not geology.
All right.
That was always so funny. Whenever people have heard about me in my major, they're like, oh, wow, you're a geology major? Like, acting so impressed. And I'm like, no, I was geography. And they're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fine. The physical therapy that I go to is mostly NFL players, but there are a few people who like have skiing accidents or whatever, and they're all crazy rich. And this woman with a straight face looked at me and said, because we're talking about the nature of her injury, and she was like, well, thank goodness I didn't fall into a crevasse. And I was like, nobody says that. Nobody says crevasse.
Thank goodness I didn't fall into a carafe.
That's not
Okay. All right, guys. Clambos, calm down.
All right.
We see the Charmander, but he's bashful. And Ash says, come on, Charmander, come up here. And he puts his little arm out, his little hand out, and the Charmander's not come walking up. So Ash says, all right, Charmander, I'll get you myself. So he jumps in, but oh my God, he's going to fall. But he catches himself the last second, but it still makes little Charmander laugh, and he's having a good time.
I wonder if he did that on purpose.
No. Then Charmander shows he can get up just fine. He jumps out of there, and Ash starts to leave as well. But Geese or Taylor, your choice, dealer's choice. Who meets Ash at the whole opening of the carafe?
Is that
Gary?
It's Gary Oak. And I'm sorry, this episode, you Clambos know that I am big on, the Japanese is always way better. When we're talking about Dahlia Ketchum and Gary Oak, I'm sorry, but United States blows them out of the water. Smarmy Oak and normal age sounding mother, are
Her
so much
name is
better.
not Dahlia.
Her name is Dahlia, and we've had this conversation at least 4 times on this
With
podcast.
me? With
Yes,
me,
with
Taylor?
you. With
Oh,
Taylor.
wow. What the heck? Okay.
But yeah, she's not 90, and Gary Oak is way more entertaining as a smarmy,
Yeah. Did the person who voiced Gary voice any of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters? Because I'm had to have.
They gotta.
Had to have voiced half of them.
All right.
They all kind of have that voice.
Oh my god. So Gary's here with his Umbreon that he evolved from an Eevee. And it turns out, Clambos, he's the one that brought the pokes. I guess he collected a Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and he's giving them to Professor Oak, so Professor Oak can give them to new trainers. Wonderful.
So it's a family business.
I don't know if it's business, but sure. I think they're just, they've been elected, maybe. I don't know. He's the Pokemon professor. That's how that works.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. So then we see the starters, and Bulbasaur. Geez, Bulbasaur's so sleepy.
He's sleepy. He needs to get in bed.
Oh. I hope somebody picks Sleepy Bulbasaur just because they find him cute. So
I mean, they have to, right?
So Professor Oak starts to do his little checkup where he tells them all to go ah, and they all go ah, and it's very cute.
Wait, do Pokemon age?
Yes, as we're about to see.
There was a whole episode in Sun and Moon where a Pokemon died of old age.
Oh my god.
People are going to cry.
It was devastating.
But in this episode specifically, Tracy comes up with an old Scyther. That Scyther's like 65 at least.
Oh, okay.
You can see the age in his face.
I'll believe it.
So then we get a scene with Gary congratulating Ash on becoming the greatest trainer on the planet. But then he says a very important line for this episode and perhaps the whole series, Clambo. He says, "How much closer are you to being a Pokemon Master after being the champion?"
Kind of really speaks to how well Gary understands Ash. That he didn't assume, oh, you've accomplished your goal of being the best trainer, therefore you are a Pokemon Master. That really said a lot to me that he was like, oh, I know Ash well enough to know that this is not his goal. Like, that's impressive to me.
And Ash is speechless. He doesn't say anything, and Gary just walks
awkward.
Away. Okay, then we cut to the sunset, and Ash is walking with Pikachu. Very somber. And then we see a Pidgey, I think, fly by. This, Clambos, I'm real good at identifying Pokemon. This shot, it's impossible to tell. I mean, if you're listening for the sound it's making, it's either a Pidgey or a Spear.
I would ask Geese, because she's very good at identifying birds and Pokemon.
I don't know about the latter, but the former, yeah.
How about all those times you remembered Lapidas?
That's true, Lapidas.
Yeah.
Pikachu, I'll race you home. Pikachu says, all right. And they both run home, and we get some cool game music from the Pokemon video games. And we get a montage. Ooh, there's Moo Moo Milk. He's eating, laughing, playing. He's goofing around. Ice skating with Glalie, Bowler, and Palpitoad. Spitting watermelon seeds, eating snow cones. And then we get Tracy showing up with a very old Scyther and a Venomoth. Geese, I hope you're ready to speak.
Yes.
Yeah?
Taylor, what on God? How would that question or statement prompt you to say yes?
Well,
Well, Geese, we cut to where?
Team Rocket headquarters.
Go on.
They're at Team Rocket, and the Team Rocket, Jesse, James, and Meow, are working in the cafeteria, working hard, working nonstop, and Wobbuffet is just watching and crying because he doesn't like them when they're fighting.
I love Wobbuffet.
He's hiding behind the little Japan meal ticket machine, which if you go to Japan, you'll learn to love.
So we see the inside of the Team Rocket cafeteria where there's lots of Team Rocket people eating. Meowth is taking orders and he's overwhelmed, which I can relate to.
Did you work in a restaurant?
I did not work at a restaurant. I worked at a snack bar. And I had
can I get one bag of Milk Duds?
Let me get a fun-sized nut.
Listen.
Look.
So people ordered outside, right, at a window. The air
Uh-huh.
conditioning in the grills, it was so loud in there. It was so hard to hear people. So it was always anxiety inducing to take orders. In fact, it was so anxiety inducing and I was having such trouble with it that I had to go get my hearing tested, and they were
Oh,
like, "Oh yeah, you got auditory processing disorder." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Is
What?
there anything you
What
can
is
do?" And they were
that?
like, "Nope." And I was like, "Okay."
I've
she
never
can
heard of that.
she can barely speak English is the problem.
It's
Oh.
it's where you have trouble, like, you hear things, but you have trouble, like, processing what they
Like,
actually said.
Huh.
so then Team Rocket has a very short break. Like always, like every break, it goes so quick. But James has a Grand Bull coffee drink, which I was very excited about seeing.
I'm gonna have some of my coffee.
Ooh, me too. We cut to Ash's mom vacuuming, and Ash says he's going to go to Viridian Forest. Very exciting. We're on the road to Viridian City. Who had a stomach just go?
I
That was
think
not me.
okay, that was me, but it felt like it was from the top of my mouth, like the roof of my mouth.
Oh my. Ash is still not wearing this brand new shoes. I'm upset. We're in Viridian Forest. We see a Caterpie, Pidgey, Weedle. We see a Bellsprout, a Paris, an Oddish, a Mankey, a Cubone, a Sandshrew, a Rattata, and a Meowth. Geese, what is happening?
Oh my god.
Geese? Peep? Are you there?
Geese?
Yes?
Geese?
Sorry, what was the question?
I said, we got a Bellsprout, Paris, Oddish, Mankey, Cubone, Sandshrew, Rattata, and Meowth? What? Geese, what is Meowth doing in the tall grass?
Meowth stalking along the grass, getting ready to spring and catch Pikachu.
Like
And
a
then
predatory
he-
cat.
Yes, and then he crawls and he bumps into something. And then we see that all the Team Rocket members had the same idea and bumped into each other in the tall grass.
I was hoping before we got to this point where they were all uniting to catch Pikachu, I really, really wanted them to team up with Ash and go on a big adventure with him.
Clambos, the gang is back together. Team Rocket is crying out of happiness. Everybody's so excited to see each other again. Wobbuffet's losing it. Gorgeist, use Seed Bomb! And there's a Carnivine there. Pikachu's
Oh.
caught in a net. And we get a very sick Team Rocket intro. Clambos, Ash goes to save Pikachu, but Geese, what did he forget to bring with him to the forest?
He forgot his Pokemon.
Oh no.
Bring a gosh darn one. Oh my god. So Ash says, all right, I'll fight you myself. And he just sprints towards the attacking Pokemon, dodging shadow balls. And then we hear the forest start to scream. Oh my god, who is it?
Pidgeot.
Yes, it's the Pidgeot, who apparently, if anybody recalls watching television and watching Pokemon episodes.
I watch television.
Yes. Ash at one point had a Pidgeotto, and I guess it evolved in a Pidgeot, and he's coming here to save the day. Geese, at this point, we get a Who's That Pokemon? And it's cute. Who's that Pokemon this week?
The Pokemon is Pikachu.
And Pikachu is delighted to see himself as the Who's That Pokemon. Because in the Who's That Pokemon, Pikachu is, like the little, who do you call it? The little host who's looking.
Host?
Sure. Pidgeot shows up, and he saves Pikachu. He cuts the net. And then Pikachu uses Thunderbolt. And they're blasting off again. And Clambos, they say they're never going to give up. And they start to fly like Superman.
Surprisingly, Team Rocket got a way better send-off than Misty and Brock.
I even still I was not really that satisfied with the send off.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no, not at all. There's no way this is how they end Ash's involvement in the show. No way. I think this was just his, victory lap, and they're going to have a whole new show about him. That's my guess.
Team Rocket's send off I was not satisfied with. I'm glad they got together, but it felt kind of anticlimactic.
Well, so this episode had the moment with Gary was really cool. I liked him talking about his adventures with his mom. That was a nice little moment. I wish he had something instead of just seeing Pokemon. If he had seen the next generation of trainers, which would I guess be his age, but everything else just felt really rushed. They took more time on the rainy scene was really good, but
Are we spoiling?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. We hadn't gotten there yet. But everything else was just like, okay, we got a deadline.
So then we get
Hee.
Pidgeotos and lots of baby Pidgeys flying up. Are these all like the children of Pidgeot? Who's to say?
Yes? No. No
All
way.
right. Could just be friends. Friends and
Yeah.
friends and family.
Yeah, exactly. Best friends. Close friends.
Guys,
Really good friends. Yes, Geese, what? Can I help
I
you?
need to go to the bathroom.
Better hurry up, because
okay.
Guncan's on her way.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shoot, really?
She's got like 30 minutes, probably.
All right, go potty.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
So I guess at some point Ash released his Pidgeotto, or was it Pidgeot at the time? Who's to say? Impossible to look up.
Okay, so my first time seeing a Pidgeot, I don't know if you remember, but seeing like the Pokemon the first movie, just getting to look at all of those super evolved Pokemon be real sick while they were going over to Mewtwo's island.
Very sick.
I don't remember what happened to Ash's Pidgeotto. I remember he had that. Don't remember it evolving. I didn't watch a lot, but
Yeah, I guess at some point he released the Pidgeot or Pidgeotto, who's to say, but now they're getting back together and it's very cute and they're hugging each other and now it's his Pokemon again. Glambos, we cut to the next day and Ash is not sure where he's going to go today, he tells his mother, but we are walking past a little stream, a little river, and we see some cute Poliwags and there's a Poliwhirl and they're just floating. Ash is laying on the grass with Pikachu, and Clambos, he's thinking long and hard about what Gary said. About what Gary said to him.
I really like his, and I know this is a theme in the show, so it's not exactly like a unique observation or anything, but his enthusiasm for all level of Pokemon is really great. Saying, man, I hope we run into those legendary dragons again. And then today, saying, oh, those Poliwag are floating on their backs. Look how cute. I really, really like that.
But Clambos, there's a storm a brewing, and it starts to rain. So Ash and Pikachu rush for the shelter under a tree. And Ash says to Pikachu, it'll be over soon. Now, is this a prophetic statement? Is this a metaphor for the series about to end soon?
That's what I thought. Or that's what I took it. How did you take it?
That's how I took it. That's how I'm taking it.
It was very, like, those words had some weight to them.
Yes. And then we get a lot of Pokemon coming to the tree to escape the rain. We get a Pidgey, a Rattata, a Butterfree, a Caterpie, a Weedle, a Paris, a Bellsprout, an Oddish.
So many
Mankey.
Pokemon.
So I always, when we watch these episodes, I mark down every Pokemon I see.
Uh-huh.
The Paris was a tiny little low poly parrot, not polygon, but there was a little Paris on the left by the tree. And from where I was sitting, I was thinking, God, is that 3 different Pokemon? Is that a Venonat and a Diglett? And then I got closer and I went, oh no, it's just one Paris. Okay.
Oh.
That's why Pokemon designs are so great. You can just, earlier in the episode, there's literally just one leaf or a couple leaves coming out. And I went, oh, that's an Oddish. Just the fact that you can identify them so easily.
That's a very
makes their design so good. Very, very sick. And then now, Clambos, we get a little conversation between Ash and Pikachu. And Ash says, Pikachu, we're going to have a heart-to-heart. I've been thinking a lot about what Gary said. And he said, Pikachu, being champion was not my goal. He says, I want to meet more Pokemon. And I want to be friends with every Pokemon in the whole world. All the Pokemon. And then we see a Sandshrew, Cubone, and Paris. And he says, that's what it means to be a Pokemon Master. We see some Spearows as well. And then the clouds start to part. And the brass section of the orchestra is going wild. Or the band. Because there's not brass in the orchestra, right? That's all strings.
You can have brass and orchestra, I believe.
All right.
I'm doubting myself now.
The horns are going off. They're going wild in this soundtrack. And Geese, what appears in the sky as the clouds dissipate?
A rainbow.
And all the Pokemon run out into the sun. And it truly was. And Clambos, we brought this up earlier, and they truly do deliver on this promise because the name of this series is aim to be a Pokemon Master. And the whole time I was thinking, why isn't it just called to be a Pokemon Master? Because he's a Pokemon Master now. But they got me. They got egg on my face, Clambos, because he truly is not yet a Pokemon Master.
By his definition.
By his definition, he is still aiming to be a Pokemon Master. And he says he's not one yet. And then Geese, Ash tells Pikachu, I'm not a Pokemon Master yet, but Pikachu, when I do become one day, are you going to be there by my side with me? And Pikachu says yes.
It'd be funny if he said, nah, like shrugged his shoulders.
And he's still got his dirty shoes on. But he runs home and we cut to the next day. Ash's mother is thinking once again, Ash is sleeping in that lazy greatest trainer on the planet. And she enters his room.
Good for nothing failure of a son.
I'm not running a flop house. But no, Clambos, Ash is already out of bed. He woke up early.
And made his bed, too.
And peed his bed?
Made his bed.
Oh, okay. That's good.
It'd be funny if there was just a big old puddle.
They end with the plot point. Oh, he's been dealing with this. It's sad. Okay. But Clambos, finally, as the big finale, what we've all been waiting for, Ash has changed his shoes. And I'm losing.
And I
Yes,
have
Deez?
such an issue with this because why would you start wearing new shoes that you haven't broken into on this like huge journey you're going? That doesn't make any sense.
I can actually relate to this. I did a thing for a while where I would wear one pair of shoes and take a giant journey, and after the giant journey,
dump.
a big old number two ski.
I got my pooping shoes on.
So I would use the shoes on one last trip the whole time, really beat them up, and switch shoes after that. So that's probably what he did.
Geese, I'm sorry, but I'm a big, I bought new shoes, putting them on. Let's go. Ready to roll.
Not when you're about to go on like a huge journey.
But his life's a journey, though.
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, me too.
So we get his new shoes. We see him. They have the same symbol, like I said before, as his original hat and Leica, whatever her name is, on her little hair clip. Clambos.
Yes.
It's a little green check thing. Clambos. Pikachu and Ash are now walking dramatically past some cherry blossoms to classic Pokemon music.
I thought you were going to say Clambos, Pikachu and Ash, peanut butter and jelly, peas and carrots, and just keep going.
That'd be good. Geese. Who is watching them from the skies? And I'm going to help you out here. In a Meowth balloon.
Team Rock?
Geese, I set you up so well for a very funny Lapidas. God.
I know, but I thought you wanted the correct answer.
Yeah.
Failure's funny, Geese.
Team Rocket's watching from the balloon, and Clambos, the Sakura blooms. We reach, and this is a theme in this show, another crossroad. Which way are we going to go, Pikachu? And
Says
Pikachu. Says Erica from Celadon City. Pikachu hands Ash a stick. Ash throws it in the air, and it lands on left. And they do a very sick freeze frame and very sick music and Clambos. Every single episode of Pokemon has always said, to be continued. But this time, it says, next time, a new beginning. And everybody is crying. And the whole series is over. And no more Pokemon ever again.
Ever.
Way to go,
Game
Clam.
Freak is hanging up the hat.
You and Game Freak. The series is over. We did it. I'm sorry, Clambos.
I'm really surprised at how they finished everything off. That was interesting.
I feel like that did not feel like a conclusion to me at all.
Oh, Hundo. No way. Ash will be back. Like James Bond.
Well, maybe it's a K.A. Applegate situation where everybody was very unhappy with the ending of Animorphs. And so she wrote a big giant essay and she said, first off, you ungrateful little B words. War is never wrapped up nicely. People die, and there is no ending. And everybody went, okay, Kay Applegate, jeez Louise.
Yeah, she has.
I'll bet she works at Capcom now.
I don't get the reference.
Because we're not good enough for Mega Man Legends 3.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. How did you expect me to get Mega Man Legends 3 out of that? Is the real question of the day.
Easy, because Capcom. I'm sure you lay awake at night thinking about Mega Man Legends 3.
No, I play Mega Man Battle Network on my Backbone. Very sick. Very cool.
How is that?
Oh, it's great. And I'm so happy with
all of his remaining money on it.
And it's so sick. All these all these little collections they're putting out lately, like Mega Man and Final Fantasy V. You weren't here last week, so you missed this, but it doesn't disable the trophies, but in Final Fantasy V, you can make it go super speedy, and you can turn on 4 times experience, gil, and ability points. And you can
such
auto
a good
battle.
idea.
But no, it just saves you so much time, and you can actually do other things with your life. And like I told Geese, and you Clambos have heard it before, I'm sorry, but I already beat all this on standard difficulty on PS1, but then I lost my memory card, so I don't even feel bad.
It would only be an issue if you were using, like, I don't think JRPG difficulty is a real thing unless they have like a bell curve for experience. Not a bell curve, but like an exponential curve, because it's like you can just spend more time, but that isn't today's.
Taylor is exactly correct. It's not that you are making the game. You could always make the game this easy. The only difference is the amount of time it takes. And video games are different. They're designed differently now, and they respect your time more. So now they just give you the option of, would you like to accomplish the same thing in 10 minutes that used to take you 4 hours? Here you go. And you go, thank you. Perfect.
I would do that. It's not like an invincibility thing like they had with FF8.
Yeah. You can also turn off random encounters by clicking on the right stick, which is
very sick.
Which I don't do too much because I love fighting in the game. But I did, when we were watching Bluey yesterday, I was a little lost in this forest, and I went, okay, let me just so I find my way out of here real quick. And I turned off encounters for like 30 seconds, and then went, okay, and then I turned it back on.
And then he was able to find Bluey again.
Yeah, I was able to find Bluey. He was cute. He was playing motorbikes. Brum, 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 brum.
Wait, Finding Bluey?
Bluey is a good show. Everybody watch Bluey. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I got out of the last episode of Pokemon.
Me too. Bluey's so good.
Bluey is good.
Sing the song, Geese. The theme song. Dad!
It's mom first.
I never get the order correct. I always say bingo, and it's never Bingo's turn. It's great. Today's episode of Bluey is called... Very cute.
Well, that's all we have. Thanks, Keith, for the boilerplate, and watch Bluey.
I'm curious to see if there will be any connection to Ash in the new series.
It certainly hasn't been revealed yet. Yeah, I think that's likely. Like, it's a big season finale reveal. It turns out, oh my God, Ash is related to this girl. But it doesn't look like it's set in the future. I don't know.
It'd be sicker if they just had adult Ash running around. I feel like the character is good enough to continue as an adult. I would want to see what his life looks like.
I imagine like him like running like a Pokemon school or something.
Yeah.
Well,
training academy or something.
She loves Sun and Moon, so she likes that aesthetic. Oh my God, he should go back.
He should go back to Alola. You're so right.
Alola was Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick. And that's where he finally got a father figure and became the greatest trainer in the world. Why are you Tim Allen? What is that?
Wait, he got a father?
Well, a father figure in Zaddy Kukui. Professor Kukui.
Yes.
Is that the dude with the glasses?
Yeah.
The yellow glasses?
Yeah, lab coat with no shirt underneath.
Wow.
And yeah, Ash lived with him, and he treated him like a son. It was very special. But
not a moon.
Clambos! Look, what I'm trying to say is this next season of the anime, this next series, in Japanese, the title is very specific in that it's Pokemon Horizons, and then it says Lyco and Roy's beginnings or whatever. So What is so
gonna say
funny?
Pokemon Horizons? Laika is Ash's daughter.
I'm going to say like a dragon. No, listen. All I'm saying is,
Look,
I know we're trying to just figure out what we want to do with the future of this podcast, or who knows, Let's Plays. I don't know what we're going to do. But I realized this series they're going to have multiple series. So maybe we at least give this a try. If we don't like it, we can do something else. But it's not like this series is Pokemon 2. It's Pokemon Horizons, Lyco and Roy's beginnings. So to me, what that says is there's going to be multiples. So we can at least try this. So for the time being, let's calm down. We'll just try it. Every Clambos, can you put down the pitch?
Geese, just take some breaths.
Put down the pitchforks, Clambos. And maybe it's time to wrap it up.
I think about that boilerplate every day.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can follow us on Look, Listen, Cast on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Facebook. Oh, YouTube. Oh, man. This is why I don't do the outro. I'm muting myself. You
No,
go
I'm
for
going to
it, Geese.
strangle Taylor.
Taylor, you can say boilerplate.
I love that part. Okay, tell me what. Just tell me when I'm in, Coach.
I'll give you the cue.
Okay,
Geese
all right.
is still going though.
Thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can follow him on twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Thank you to all of our supporters. You can go to looklistencast.com and support us monthly through the new Spotify for podcasters program. Just click the monthly. Thank you so much. And Taylor, would you like to thank Professor Ticklebits for anything in particular?
I would love to. Thank you, Professor Ticklebits, for the boilerplate.
And the website.
Oh,
Taylor?
yeah, Professor website.
Taylor, please tell the Clambos who to recommend this podcast to specifically.
Your friends, your grandparents.
Okay. And send questions to looklistencast@gmail.com, much like Pikablu did. Geese, would you like to read this week's question from Pikablu?
What is one Pokemon that you think is perfect and one Pokemon that could use a slight redesign?
Taylor.
Oh, boy.
You know he's going to say bye, dude.
Well, oh, God. From a design standpoint? Okay, so perfect design. We all know how much I like dragon Pokemon in general. So obviously, and I've talked about this before, best Pokemon design easily by a mile is Bidoof. Somebody who could use a slight redesign, I'm going to say...
Bibarel.
It should just be Bidoof again.
He could just be smaller and cuter.
Yeah. Bidoof with like another tooth. I would say Steelix. Because Steelix never seemed like a steel Pokemon. It didn't. It just looks like another Onix to me. But that's just off the top of my head. That's a good question.
Down.
Hey, you Pikablu.
I think a Pokemon design that I'm not like the fondest of is Liepard. Is that how you say it? The cat, the leopard. I think it's kind of like a lazy design. I don't know how to like make it sicker, but I feel like with some workshopping we could make it happen. In terms of like a perfectly designed Pokemon, I think a lot of the Alolan Pokemon are really well designed. I think Pikachu is perfectly designed.
Now, do you have a preference for little chunky Pikachu from the 90s or a sleek Pikachu these days?
I have the designs in my heart. Room for both of them is what I'm trying to say.
They are both perfect.
Yes. Sometimes I'm having a chunky Pikachu day, and then sometimes I'm having a sleek Pikachu day. I don't know what to tell you.
Your answer for the perfect Pokemon are just Alola in general, Geese?
I guess I think specifically I think Litten and Litten's evolutions are really good, and Rowlet's are really good.
Yeah, Geese just took my answer. Rowlet is a perfect design. He's a really cute ball of adorable. You can't get much better than that. And then to evolve into something as sick as Decidueye, a Robin Hood ghost Pokemon based off of an owl that went extinct, and that's why it's ghost type and it fires spirit arrows. Get out of town.
I didn't know it was ghost type.
It is.
All the starter Pokemon always have really, really strong designs, which makes sense.
People don't like Gen 8 designs. I just saw a thread about it yesterday.
Which one is that?
That's Galar, England. Not the most recent.
Oh, okay. I kind of wonder if they design the starters with the intent of them being starters, or they just design a whole bunch of Pokemon and say, oh, these should be the starters.
I
No,
think
no.
they designed the starters specifically.
Yeah,
Mm.
the starters have to follow a lot more rules because you need the cute, and then the middle, and then the like awkward middle, and then the
Sick.
sick. Yeah, final
Mm.
evolution. There's a
That's a
lot
good
of work
point.
that goes into this.
Well, they're knocking it out of the park.
I know it's boring, but yeah, we'll go Rowlet with perfect design. I mean, I have my personal picks like Swinub, which I brought up earlier. He's such a cutie pie. What an adorable Pokemon. Magmortar's my favorite Pokemon, I say sometimes. You could probably make him sicker by changing those lips. I think people don't really like his lips. I think his cannon arms are sick. His Mega Man battle cannons are sick, but you could probably change his face a little bit. Enamorous. Oh, that Pokemon in its Therian form, where it's but again, Clambos, some Pokemon are based off of animals that the animals are ugly. That's not the Pokemon's fault that the animals are ugly. But the Therian form of Enamorous is an ugly looking turtle. I'll tell you that.
Poor
So
turtles.
fix that. Clambos, thank you for listening. We appreciate you watching, and we finished all the Pokemon, so maybe next week, Scarlet Violet? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, Geese, you have to say goodbye 3 times. You know how this works.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Clambos. Taylor, say goodbye.
Bye.
Geese, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete. Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company